So today marks a momentous occasion for Team Wild TV. It's the first in our new series, Team Wild's Field Target Masterclass, where we visit some of the world's greatest field target marksmen and get you some inside tips on how to become an even better airgun marksman yourself. Now today we've come down to South Wales, to what is my home field target club. Yes, I live in Derbyshire, but I shoot for Nelson. And we've come to see a very good friend of mine. Somebody who's well known on the circuit, is known also for getting young shooters into the sport of field target. He's got a very accomplished field target career himself and has placed very highly in a lot of international competitions, plus the national series. Of course, I'm talking about my good friend, Mark Bassett. How are you doing? Good to see you.
Right? Yeah, not too bad.
So
thanks.
hopefully that wasn't too much of a major introduction for you, because you are kind of well known in the field target world.
Yeah, I've been involved in field target shooting now. It'll be 22 years November, so it's been quite a while.
Crikey,
yeah.
And you're only 26.
I know. I was very young when I started.
So how did you get started in field target? Because everybody really wants to know how the top boys, took their first steps.
The reason I got involved there, I was my father wanted me to start getting involved in a sport. I came across that I fancied having a go at air rifles. A friend of ours, Steve Chubb, was a secretary of actually Nelson back then, and asked me if I'd like to go with him to a couple of competitions just to have a look at it. Went to my first competition in Tondy in 1990. I never looked back since, and that was it for me. And that got me into field target shooting.
So it's partially something you wanted to do,
yeah,
and then also as guys, helping you get introduced to the sport,
yeah,
and then going out of the way to really help you develop
yeah,
yourself.
yeah. And to be honest, it's something that I look at strongly myself to bring people into the sport as much as I can. I'm part of the British Field Target Association committee as well, where we're looking at new ways to bring people into the sport, trying to advertise it better. And something I'm passionate about, trying to get more people into the sport. I've done very well domestically in Wales. I've won 6 Welsh Masters titles, 7 Welsh Summer Series titles, I believe either 6 or 7 Grand Slam titles in Wales. I finished 3rd in the World Championships in South Africa in Johannesburg, 5th in Hungary, 2010, the year later. I finished 4th last weekend at the Europeans at Weston Park, and 4th.
The greatest field target competition in the world, of course.
It is one of my favourites. There's a couple that I do enjoy every year. Nefta Classic is one, and the other one is the Europeans at Weston Park. Yeah, I finished in the top within the top 10 in the world the last 3 times I competed. Yeah. So
well, I'm actually glad you didn't go to Norway, because I finished 20th, and had you have been there, I'd have finished outside the top 20. So it's not really good for my confidence, as you know.
Yeah, and yeah, your confidence is always very low.
It is. I'm very shy. So I think we've kind of established that you are one of the world's greatest field target shooters. So this is Team Wild's Field Target Masterclass. What we like to do is have a look at the equipment you're using.
Yeah, that's fine.
Have a look at how you use it,
yeah,
and then you give the guys back home a few tips, a bit of advice on how they can get the best out of their shooting. So
yeah, that's not a problem.
Just have a look at your kit.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So Mark, this is a pretty special looking piece of kit right here. It looks like an EV2, but there's a little bit more under its skin. Do you want to talk us through your rifle?
Yeah, it is pretty much the last part of it that's actually AV2 is the actual block itself. Yeah. A friend of mine, Nick Murphy in the Midlands, he customised the gun for me. His regulator's in there, an aluminium cylinder so it lightens the gun a little bit, just to bring the balance in a bit more suitable for myself. Steve Landman stock that I designed. March scope, as you know, you're quite well known with them.
I do like my March scopes. Yeah.
And it was because of your scope is the reason I bought that one. System Gemini butt hook, which I think is most probably the best butt hook in the market to use.
And has also been customised, because they don't normally come in plain black like that.
No, I had it all re-anodised. Another HPS, which is the same company as System Gemini, hand stop. Yeah. Titanium muzzle that I had made in the company that I work for. John Harris spirit level. John Harris side wheel. Barry Taylor trigger. March Scopes UK mounts. Custom carbon fibre shroud. John Pardo Weaver custom rail. That's specially made for the EV2 rifle.
So other than the block, everything else is completely customised?
Yeah, even the barrel.
That's one of the things I know for additional consistency. It's always good to have a rifle which fits you perfectly, that's set up for your needs, and obviously the balance. And you're a big lad, so you can cope with something which is a reasonably stout rifle. But that's one of the things that always worries new shooters that coming into the sport. They see these wonderful space age rifles with all the bits hanging off them, and they say, well, you know, really, can we compete at that level?
To be honest with you, the rifle when I had it when it was standard was a very good rifle. It was just the fact that I had the opportunity of getting a good friend of mine to build me a rifle. That was the one I was using at the time, and that's what I wanted.
He didn't want to build it. You kind of hassled him.
No, I bullied him.
Can be kind of persuasive when he wants to be.
I bullied him quite a bit actually. But yeah, fair play to Nick. He built the rifle for me to the spec that I wanted, and he's done a fantastic job there. But all jokes aside, in a sense, I got another EV2, which is a standard EV2, which is just as accurate. It's just I wanted it done because I've always wanted Nick to build me a rifle. So I had the opportunity of doing it, took the opportunity, and I haven't looked back since.
I suppose it's a little bit like having a sports car. They all kind of do the same thing, but we all like ours to look a little bit nicer than average guys.
And there's always something different under the bonnet on the sports cars.
Good. Well, we now know what's there. We now know it looks smart. What we'd like you to do now is show us how to use it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no problem.
Stay tuned to Team Wild TV for part 2 of our Field Target Masterclass with Mark Bassett and find out how to perfect your field target shooting position. To find out more about getting into field target shooting, visit thebfta.net. Subscribe to Team Wild TV for the best hunting, gear, airgun and now bow hunting videos on YouTube.